Your Valley Storm Team forecast.
All right, so tomorrow it's Friday. It means it's the start of the weekend, but it also means that we're going to continue to see those very warm temperatures across the entire valley. The high for tomorrow should be 87, but take a look at those values for McAllen and La Jolla, 95. 97 for Rio Grande, Harlingen with 92. So it's basically going to be very warm and dry again on Friday. So you have to remember to stay properly hydrated by drinking a lot of water, even if you're not thirsty. Also, speaking of which, I'm sure you've heard me saying many times over that you need to wear light colors when it comes to clothing, and here's why. The albedo effect. Let's just suppose that you're wearing a white shirt. When you wear a white shirt, you're actually getting 100% of that sunlight, but up to 80% of that gets reflected back to space. But on the other hand, when you're wearing a black shirt, you're also getting the same amount, 100% of sunlight, but only 10% makes it back to space. And that means you are going to feel very warm and hot because basically the dark color keeps the heat longer in your clothing items. So again, just wear light colors and remember to drink plenty of water. Also, speaking of high temperatures and speaking of behaviors, that behavior can actually trigger or prevent wildfires. And how do you do this? You properly dispose of cigarettes, you avoid flames and sparks, you secure those trailer chains to avoid contact with the road, and also if you see a fire, you report it, or smoke, you report it to the authorities so that they can take action as quickly as possible. Now, taking a look at Futurecast, we might see a little change when it comes to rain, but when exactly? We're going to start seeing a few showers along the coastline on Friday, mostly associated to the sea breeze, but then by Saturday, a cold front is going to slide down through the area. It's going to bring some little higher chances of rain. However, most of that rain activity is going to stay up north of our area, and minimal impacts are expected in our region. However, a few isolated showers or thunderstorms in the valley are possible. Nothing severe though, but it's a slight possibility to see some of that activity in the valley, especially on Saturday. And you can actually see it on that 7-day forecast. Before the 7-day forecast, in terms of rainfall totals, we're not expecting a lot. We're just expecting traces of rainfall. So like I said, it's not going to be a major event. And then you can see that on the 7-day forecast. Take a look at the temperatures for Friday, 92 as a high. Saturday and Sunday, we're going to see that slight increase in rain chances up to a 10 to a 20%. And then the following week, temperatures will continue to be on those mid 90 degrees, at least until Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we're going to start seeing a small decrease in those high temperatures to those mid